Hello you guys, and thank you all for tuning in to Chris Codes. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button because you know you want to, and it's free. Notification bells to be notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned for the makeup and the message and this look. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. I've been so good about keeping my videos down to a certain time, so let's keep that going. Let's keep that trending, okay? So this, you already seen the title, so you already know somewhat what this video is gonna be about, and it's makeup and a message on our Monday, so you already know that we're gonna talk about a few things, and I gotta leave you all with a few golden nuggets, you know. I gotta give you the golden ticket. So that's how we're gonna do it. It's gonna be the same as any other day. So let's get right into the topic while I get right into this makeup. Also, don't worry about this top, okay? It's giving shoulder pads. It's giving very, very like odd. I got it from Pretty Little Thing. I might put it in a Wardrobe Wednesday soon, but y'all know the top is weird just like me, so worry about yourself, okay? Don't worry about what I got. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. All right, so we're gonna be talking about boundaries. I feel like this is an important topic, especially for this day and age, because I feel like women are settling. We're settling for the bare minimum. We know what we're worth. We know what to expect out of men and out of relationships, but it's like what I see never ceases to amaze me, okay? I am not that girl. Now, I feel like we've all been there where we like him, especially when you're already kind of mentally invested or sexually or physically invested into the relationship or situationship a lot of the times. So that clouds your judgment and you start to take things or deal with things that you wouldn't normally deal with, because you don't want to lose that person or you don't want to run that person off, but all you're doing is cheapening yourself. And I want to really dig deep into this topic while I'm doing my makeup. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss. Let me know what you all think in the comments, but let's get right into it. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't have a little story time to go in with this. So I'm going to give you all a little story as well. Let's go. This is about to be one of those videos. I might throw a little shade. And you know, fun fact about me, when I date, no one I date knows I do YouTube. No one I date knows that. This is kind of funny when you think about it, because it's like, dang, why you don't tell them that you do YouTube? Because a part of me, a very trifling part of me, knows that one day I'm gonna be talking trash about you, whether it works out or not. One day I feel like you're gonna make an episode. A situation or something we go through may make an episode, so I would prefer you not know about it until I can feel you out, you know, and see if you'll really be offended. I don't put in names or anything like that, so I feel like all bets are off, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, enough about that. So boundaries. So what do we deem boundaries? What do we consider to be boundaries? Some say no sex before marriage. Now, this day and age, we'll be realistic. A lot of people, you know, are engaging in that prior to marriage. So let's shorten it a bit. We'll shorten it a bit. Sex before a relationship. Dang. We're talking about the basics. I'm not your boyfriend. You're not my girlfriend. Vice versa. So I don't want to have sex with you. I think that's a pretty legitimate boundary. Another boundary, I don't want to move in with you or something like that. Or the first date shouldn't be at your house. You shouldn't expect sex on the first date. You should pay for my meal. I may want you to open a few doors. We're talking about the simple things. And nowadays, women don't even expect that. I'm sorry, it's like itchy me. Okay. Nowadays, women won't even expect that, which makes it hard for other women to date that know their self-worth and know their boundaries, because other women will take next to nothing. All you gotta do is smile at me and tell me I'm cute, and like, what is that? What is that? And that's why I want to talk about this. I had my own little story time, and it's actually a recent story time too that I'm going to talk about in boundaries. I've been in situations in my life where I wouldn't say put my boundaries to the side, but I compromised, and certain things should not be compromised. Certain things you shouldn't compromise on, and that's just that. You should stand firm in what you believe and how you feel, and if that person doesn't like it, that person doesn't like it. That person is just not for you, and that's when you start to like ignore these red flags and things of that nature, just because you want to be with someone. But what good is being with that person if they can't do the simple things that you expect? What good is it? And if God shows you all these red flags that you turn to green, don't stop running to him when you're getting ran over. You know what I'm saying? It's been stop, but you going, and wonder why you just got hit. 6-car pile up. Like, let me know, please, let me understand. So before I start to continue ranting about the extremely low standards of the women this day and age, let me get into my story. Notice I'm doing this makeup real quick because, like I said, this video is not going to be long. I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. Let's go. Okay, so I'm a woman that likes to practice what she preaches. Okay, I talk to you all about boundaries. I talk to you all about knowing your worth and this and that. And obviously, I told you all in several videos, I'm dating. I'm not dating just one person. I'm dating. Okay, but to me, it's always a specific person, maybe one or two people that stand out, where you're like, okay, I would be willing to do something more serious with this person. I would be not like that, but I would be willing to get into a committed relationship with this person, or this, that, and the third. So it was one particular guy. We'll just call him Johnny. One of the most generic, basic names ever. We're gonna call him Johnny. So me and Johnny were hitting it off, and the first date was at this little spot that to me wasn't bad, but it wasn't, I would say it wasn't necessarily my cup of tea, because I don't smoke. Now it was a bar, but it's still like people smoke in there. It looks very like upscale, though. I will say that they do live music, and for those of you that don't know, I love live music, so not too bad. Okay, it's the first date, whatever. And if you watch my videos, you also know that I always drive myself to the majority of my dates, especially at the beginning, because I don't want you picking me up. I don't need you picking me up, because if I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go.
I gotta go.
Okay, if I'm trying to leave, I want to be able to leave. You just never know with people. So yeah, that's one of my safety measures that I advise most people to do. So first date wasn't bad. Asked a lot of questions, got down to the nitty gritty, and that's another thing that a lot of people don't do is you're very timid with asking questions. If you're dating, you need to be figuring out who this person is, this person's values, do they align with yours, this, that, and the third. But people just want to date, talk about absolutely nothing. You don't know anything about this person. And especially with women love to run their mouths and tell a man everything about them, and then you realize you know nothing about him. I've been guilty of this, because sometimes some people may say I'm a bit vain. So I found myself, you'll find yourself, and I've done it too, just talking away, telling all your business, but you don't really know anything about him. So I start to change that as I got older, and the more that I dated, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm an open book, but I'm gonna need to know a little bit about you. So let me keep it going. First date, fine. Second date, fine. Now, keep in mind, the second date was at this same spot. Now, to me, I like a bit of, I like a change in scenery, okay? I don't expect to be going to the same spot every day, all the time. Like, no, switch it up.
Switch it up.
But, like I said, like, you know, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf where I'm not as, you know, excessive on certain things. But that's neither here nor there. Let me keep it going. All right, so after the second date and spending a little time with dude, and to keep in mind, I didn't know him prior to these dates, so I was already somewhat comfortable with him because I knew him prior. I worked with him in the past, blah 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 blah. So I was a bit more comfortable with him. So like, he invited me over, we like was playing a game, blah blah blah, but in no way did he like make any advances at me or anything like that, so I didn't think anything of it. But this is where boundaries come into play. I noticed as time persisted that we weren't really going out like that. It was always pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. And for me, I'm not the type that want to open doors to promiscuous activity, especially not this soon. You know what I'm saying? With any woman, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I know it's a lot of women that feel like, oh, you know, sex isn't that serious and all that type of stuff, but I am not one of them. I'm not one of them. I feel like you should take your time with stuff like that. I feel like our emotions get wrapped up in stuff too quickly when we participate in those acts. So yeah, so make a long story short, I was really feeling the guy, and I was like, you know what, let me bring it to his attention that I feel like I'm spending too much time at his place, and I feel like that opens doors for other things that I'm not ready for as of yet. So he proceeds to go into, oh,
well, it's not like we need each other.
So what does that have to do? Keep in mind, y'all. Okay, so I just told this man, my exact words were, I enjoy your company, I enjoy spending time with you, but I feel like too much of that time is being at your house. Like I said, I believe when you're dating to be upfront and honest. We, a lot of times as women, we hide how we feel. We want men to be mind readers and this, that, and the third. And I don't agree with that. If you feel some type of way or you feel strongly about something, say that. Say that. Now also watch your tone.
Watch your tone, okay?
Okay? You gotta watch your tone and think about the things you're going to say or want to say before you say them. I think that's a lot of times we mess up because we're acting off emotions. I felt this way probably 2 times prior to going to the man's house, but I was like processing. I felt like, okay, it's kind of soon, all that, and I took into consideration other characteristics as far as him working late and not having as much free time. As you all know, my schedule is so very unpredictable. I can be working like a dog 1 month and have in another month I'm free as a bird, okay? So I have to take in consideration other people's schedules. A lot of people don't have the free time I have at times, and a lot of people don't do, like, my job is peculiar. Yeah, so I was taking consideration of that, but I'm also not dumb either. And I know that spending a certain amount of time at a man's house is going to get you comfortable, and it's going to get them comfortable. And it only takes a few Netflix and chilling to be doing a little bit more than Netflix and chilling, if you know what I mean. Okay, so back to the present. So I decided, after thinking about it, and if you can't work through your emotions and how you're interpreting things by yourself, get you accountability partner, okay? Whether that's your mother, your grandma. Like with me, I speak to my mom or my grandma about a lot of things, especially when it comes to relationships, because a lot of things they'll put in perspective for me that I wouldn't be able to do myself, because sometimes I feel like I'm owed the world, okay? And I'll probably do either a make up a message about it or a Foolishness Friday, like flued out culture and these women expecting the world for like nothing, you know what I mean? And to me, that's a little far-fetched, especially this day and age. Gas is high, all this stuff is high, so I'm not one of them. I am a bit like vain and all that type of stuff, but I'm not super materialistic where I expect you to buy me the world, wine and dine me and all that type of stuff. It's especially not right up front, when you don't know where this is gonna lead and all that type of stuff. I don't expect all that, but as time persists, I do expect you to, put forth some effort, go above and beyond, things of that nature. I do expect that because I deserve that. But let's keep it pushing. So after speaking with my accountability partner, so either my mom or my grandma, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring this to his attention, because I could feel myself kind of pulling back or feeling a bit offended anytime he would like ask me to come over and all that type of stuff. I'm just like, okay, what does he take me for?
You're a whore. You whore yourself out online. You whore yourself out in front of your family and your friends. You're a whore.
I could feel myself like getting a little shady and all that. And I was just like, you know what? That's not necessary if I haven't even brought it to his attention. Maybe he doesn't think there's a problem with it. People have different views on things. So let me bring it to his attention. So I did just that. So my exact words, I believe I already said this in the video, was that I feel like I enjoy your time. I enjoy spending time with you, but I feel like too much of that time is spent at your house, and it opens doors to things that I'm not ready for at this time, at this present time. I'm not your girlfriend. You're not my man. You're expendable at this point, and so am I. So I'm not opening them doors, and I'm not, you give a man an inch, he'll take a mile. So I'm not trying to do all that. So back to what I said, he proceeded to say, it's not like we need each other or anything. One, I don't know where that came from, because I think that's obvious. Never said I needed you, never asked for anything. If anything, I'm putting in more than you at this moment, because I'm coming to your house, which means I'm spending my gas money. Gas ain't cheap, okay? I'm not asking you to run me the funds and we can discuss, and I'm not asking for none of that. So I'm like, need? I think I made it fairly obvious that I don't need you. So why? I feel like I don't even know why he said that, but to me, I was like, but I didn't say anything because I'm an adult. I'm not about to be going back and forth with no grown man about nothing. I'm not doing none of that.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
None of that. So then he proceeds to say, I feel like everything should be mutual, and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, mutual? I said, well, I'm not the type to be. I didn't even say I'm not the type. I said, I'm not familiar with that dynamic, because I don't ask men out. Okay? I'm not about to be like, hey, so you trying to go bowling tonight? No! Ew!
Ew! Get off of me! Ugh, as if.
Ew. Okay? As if. So, no, sir. So I didn't go all into depth like I just did. Y'all know I'm extra. My video is going to be interesting if I wasn't extra. So on the phone, I just said, I'm not really familiar with that dynamic and all that. So I said, I understand if that's a deal breaker. He said, yeah, it would be for me, because I just feel like everything should be mutual. I'm not a bugaboo, so I'm not about to be like keep saying let's go here, let's go there, and that's not being reciprocated. So I said, okay. Left it just like that, y'all. And then he says, what did he say? He said, but you got my number, hit me up, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah. Knowing you're never going to hear from me again. Never. So I use this story time because this was recent. This is fresh. This is like new, right? And I'm using this story to say, regardless of whether I like this guy or not, I'm not going to change how I've been doing things. Now, if it's healthy. Now, if you're doing things and it's toxic, seek help. You know, that's on you. You can't put anybody at fault for your mistakes or how you do things if it's not kosher. It just doesn't make sense. But normal courtship. If you're a man, you ask this woman out on a date, so on and so forth. But especially if you're just dating. I can see if that's your wife and you like, and she's making plans for y'all to go here or do that, that's different. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not your girl. I'm not your girl. I'm not about to be doing none of that. Never had to, and I'm not starting now. It's too many men out here that's willing to go above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? So minimum effort is just not what I'm looking for. So, ladies, you got to know your worth. You got to know your boundaries. You got to know what you're willing to take and what you're not willing to take. And when you say something, stand on that. Do you think I'm about to be texting him like, hey, let's go see a movie? No! Absolutely not. Now, if he feels like that's what women need to do, then that's his business. That just means that I'm clearly not the one. Will never be the one, and I'm not one of them. Okay. So let me finish. I'm gonna go ahead. I told you I don't want this to be too long, so let me finish my makeup off camera. I'm gonna come back with my final look and my final thought. All right, you guys. So this is the final look. It's given. Y'all like that? There's a pink matte lippy that I put over a pink gloss over it. Of course, I line my lips because I always line my lips. But yeah, that was a real quick look. And yeah, let's get into the final thought. So yeah, ladies, the more you settle, the more you compromise on, especially with things that you know you want in life and know you want in a relationship, it's going to continue, okay? It's not going to stop at, especially if the man that you're dating or you're fooling with or whatever, especially if they know that they can make you alter your boundaries or they can walk all over you, that's going to continue to occur. It doesn't just stop right there. You know that, right? So if you don't set a standard, then slowly but surely you'll wind up with whatever. And then you're unhappy and wondering why. If you're a doctor, right? If you want to go to school to be a doctor, and you do your 4 years, and you're now at this point you're studying for the MCAT, and you take the MCAT, and you do horrible, and you can't get into any other medical school just because you did that 4 years of college and you took or paid for the MCAT and took the MCAT, that all these other medical schools should lower their standards because you want to attend their school? No. They set the bar where they want the bar to be. It's your job to meet that. So consider yourself here, right? This is the bar you set. Now it's every other man's job that wants to be a part of your life or wants to be in your life in general. It's their job to meet you there. Not here, not here, here. If anything, here. Set the bar, and he needs to either meet you there or meet you up here. Okay? It should not be any in between. I don't know about you all, but I want the best in life. I want what I deserve. And if you're not willing to give me that, you can kick rocks. And I like to use my life as an example for you all and the women that watch me, so you all can know that you deserve the best too. No man is fine enough to put up with mess. No man has enough money to let them walk all over you. Either get your own, or find a man, not even find, wait until the one that's for you comes. Stop being so desperate. I feel like that's like the bulk of it all, really. This video is about boundaries, but at the end of the day, women gotta stop being so desperate. If they can't meet you where you at, tell them not to meet you at all. All right, you guys, I gotta go. I gotta wipe this off, get ready, because I do have a report time at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so I gotta be up at the crack of dawn, but I'm used to it. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, because you know you want to, and it's free. Notification bells to be notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you all for the next video. Bye.